first one I'd like to call up is Bruce Morgan. And I'm sorry, you do have 5 minutes.
Thank you very much.
And if you would, just state your name and address.
Hello, my name is Bruce Morgan. I live at Melbourne Beach, 32951, 501 Sunset Boulevard.
I'm a graduate of St. Joseph's Catholic School in Palm Bay nearly 50 years ago. I'm also an ex-Brevard County school teacher, and I hold a current Florida State teaching certificate in 3 subject areas at the high school level. I am here to ask you to pass the following resolution. We, the Palm Bay City Council, call for a truly independent investigation with subpoena power to uncover the full truth surrounding the complete destruction of World Trade Center Building 7. This investigation would include a full inquiry into the possible use of explosives, which may have been the actual cause of this building's destruction. Councilors, the reason for this is because over 2,500 architects and engineers have signed a petition calling for Congress to reinvestigate the destruction of the World Trade Center on 9/11. They question how 3 skyscrapers could have collapsed that day, and in particular, how the 3rd tower, World Trade Center Building 7, which we are watching on video, could have fallen the way it did. This is because anything propelled by gravity takes the path of least resistance, like water running down a hill. For a gravity-induced building collapse, the path of least resistance is to fall to the side. Straight through the center of the building, as we are witnessing here, is the path of greatest resistance. Yet this 3rd tower, which was not hit by an airplane, fell straight down, symmetrically at free fall acceleration for 105 feet, right through the path of greatest resistance in the exact manner of a classic controlled demolition. Free fall acceleration is the speed of an object falling through only the air alone. A steel-framed skyscraper can fall symmetrically at free fall acceleration only if each and every one of its steel columns is removed, floor by floor, in perfectly synchronized fashion. And this can be accomplished only with precisely timed explosives. Yet the official government agency which investigated the destruction of the towers has proclaimed Building 7 came down merely due to normal office fires. Councilors, office fires have never brought down any steel-framed skyscraper before or after 9/11, let alone at free fall speed. That's because they cannot. This is historical fact, solid science, and common sense. As we know, an honest investigation into the events of 9/11 is essential because 9/11 was a crucial political event, justifying the war on terror and the restriction of our civil liberties. An obvious question to be asked and answered is, how did 2 planes bring down 3 towers? Yet, Building 7 was not even mentioned in the body of the 9/11 Commission report. Incredibly, this smoking gun evidence of Building 7's free-fall collapse was totally absent from the official investigation. To omit evidence is to falsify, and falsification is evidence of fraud. As you can see, it is painfully clear that a fraudulent 9/11 investigation is what justifies our never-ending war on terror. It is making a mockery of our justice system and a tragedy of our foreign policy. If you choose to ignore this evidence presented before you today, you would be giving a silent nod of approval to what may prove to be corruption in our government at the highest levels. When is the right time to make the effort to eradicate the dishonesty and corruption which drives a nation's people into wars justified only by lies? If not now, when? Will it be in our lifetime, or will we leave it to our children to fight this gross injustice foisted upon us by a whitewashed investigation? Therefore, it is said that 9/11 changed everything. but so will the truth. I urge you to join with over 2,500 architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth and their tens of thousands of supporters. Please adopt this resolution calling for a new independent investigation into the total collapse of World Trade Center Building 7. Although only symbolic, it will serve as a wake-up call to our community and to our nation. Thank you very much.
For the third time today. It's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
Did they actually use the word brought down, and who was it that was telling you this?
The fire department, and they did use the word, we're going to have to bring it down.
We heard this sound that sounded like a clap of thunder. It looked like there was a shock wave ripping through the building, and the windows all busted out. About a second later, the bottom floor caves out. The building followed after that, and we saw the building crash down all the way to the ground.
And I turned in time to see what looked like a skyscraper implosion. It looked like it had been done by a demolition crew. The whole thing just collapsing down on itself.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.